Not to sound elitist or anything, but I think the standards of universities have been like dumbed down.
So it doesn't matter whatever you think, a certain level of education is required with anything.
Welcome to Bridge the Gap, a show where we aim to build a bridge of understanding between opposing views. Each episode you'll see our participants sit down to discuss some thought-provoking statements. If they disagree with the statement, they'll leave their seat and allow those that agree to explain themselves.
The more educated you are, the more doors open for you.
Those that disagree then return and express themselves to the rest of the group.
Education, I feel like awareness or consciousness leads you to success.
Hopefully building a bridge of understanding. Let's see what happens.
Nah, go. Nah.
It shouldn't.
Shouldn't be free.
Child. Do you know what? No, it should be. It should be. It should be.
So I find it interesting that when university was free, right, the people going were the sons and daughters of the elites. The minute working class people or people who wanted to better themselves in life wanted to actually go to university, that's when they attached a price tag. I think we need to move away from a policy of anyone that wants to go to university must pay X amount of money, even though our system is quite progressive in the sense that it works out as you're paying a bit extra in tax when you get your qualifications as opposed to an actual real debt. I still think burdening young people with that amount of money isn't a good idea. Isn't a good idea.
I think with anything, you know, like, I think even for this, you know, if you're producing something, you know, all right, I want to do this, but I don't have the funds to do it. That's a huge deterrent for many people. So I feel like education should always be free because, you know, knowledge is power. And we want, it's the point of the world is to educate everybody. It's not for just people that are up there or people that are a lower class, it's for everybody. And I think
100%.
It's really important into, you know, instilling that.
It's interesting as well because I think the way education is viewed, especially in this country, is almost a means to an end, right? You go to university so you can build the skills to then get a good job, right?
Do you think that's only in this country?
In most countries,
Okay.
It's sort of a means to an end. You go to university, get qualification, then you can get a good job.
Move out.
But I think education should be an end in itself in the sense that you are studying literally to learn more about the subject. I think there's a lot of value in actually studying something and actually just gaining something from it. And I think we've lost the sense of that, right?
You're doing it for a particular reason as opposed to just being.
Exactly right. Like I want people to be able to go to university because they want to know more about history.
Yeah.
They want to know more about, I don't know, give me another subject. Want to know more about religious studies or mathematics. And oftentimes, even the degrees that are probably the most interesting are probably the least respected.
Like for instance, when someone says, I study African studies.
No, but that's interesting. I think
it's interesting to us, but if you said it to somebody else, it might not be as interesting.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think you shouldn't attach a £9,000 price tag to someone that wants to learn about Africans. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what they both said.
No, I have to hear you. Come.
Well, for me, I completely agree with what you guys said about accessibility and allow people to learn, you know, for free. But I do genuinely believe that when things are for free, people take it for granted. So if you can get something for free, the likelihood is like, for example, during lockdown, right? There's been so many different courses out there which are free. And I've been like, yeah, I'm gonna do courses. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm gonna learn this, I'm gonna learn that, because they're free. But then no one completes those courses because they're free. But the moment a course is £200, I can bet you your bottom dollar, someone's gonna finish that course and they're gonna get a certificate at the end because there's a price tag attached. So I don't necessarily agree with the price tag that we have with university fees at the moment. I think they are very steep and it does kind of limit people who can access. Obviously there's student finance and ways in, but still. But I do think that some sort of price tag has to be attached, otherwise not everyone, some people will go and some people will just take it for granted, just like, yeah, this is just like I can go away from home, this is free, I want to go away for 3 years and just live my life because it's free.
I agree because it deters the non-serious people
you're at university, you're in the library trying to, I guess, learn. So it kind of deters the people that are not serious about it. That's
Let's be real.
But there's a lot of
It
people in
hasn't
uni
deterred.
that are unserious.
100.
That are still paying
Yeah,
the
of course,
£9 grand.
but I guess one
They're
of the
missing lectures,
one of
they're
the
not
one of
going
the
to their
aims.
thingies, but they're paying them £9 grand.
In
but one
fact,
of the
going to uni is a
aims
huge
is
cash
deter.
injection. The government gives you like 8K maintenance, right? Obviously, you
get
have to
good
pay it
grants.
back. But remember, the kind of mentality you have at 18 is live now, think about the future later.
Literally.
You know what I'm trying to say now, we're literally burdening 18-year-olds with £60,000 worth of debt. And
But-
the question you have to
but-
ask yourself,
But the debt isn't the same. That's
yeah, of
the
course,
way
yeah,
you
no,
think
of
it
course.
is.
But the question, the psychological pressure of that debt, and the question you need to ask yourself is, why is the government doing this? If they know people probably won't pay it back, why are they psychologically burdening people with debt? Because they want them to stay in the system, right? They want you to
That's
get a
a very
corporate
good
job.
point.
They want you to do a 9 to 5. They want to grind
very,
you
very,
down
very good
and
point.
you to
You
basically
die.
work your ass off until you die, right?
Literally.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? You burden yourself with that, you have no economic freedom.
Man,
It's like getting a mortgage or a car or on lease, right? You have to pay that monthly payment every. You get what I'm trying to say? You're not free. You can't quit your job.
But equally, that was a decision that you made.
No, of course. I'm not saying.
No, I mean, you were aware of what you were taking on, the liability you took on, and you said, this is what I want, I'm signing on the dotted line. So, I mean, yes, I get you.
Listen, and another thing as well, right? Cool. A lot of people, they argue that we should have sort of university degrees paid for, right? They say that, you know, university will uplift you and give you skills. We know that there are some institutions, if you do a degree, you're actually less likely to get a job.
Of course.
Universities aren't value for money anymore. They're not bang for their buck. Like, at the end of the day, right, if a course at Oxford is the same at a course at a less prestigious uni, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, if it was the case, right, that we had a truly flexible, dynamic degree market, right, the prices should be fluctuating based on how good the degree is.
Yeah.
course.
How can someone at a uni be paying the same amount? It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I completely agree
So
with that.
my problem is that it should be totally made free. If I want to study anywhere, I shouldn't have to pay. I've earned my way there.
But then is there any worth attached to that degree then? If anyone can technically, if it's free, anyone can technically get this degree, where's the worth in it?
This goes back to what I said. People are getting degrees as a means to an end when it should be an end in itself.
studying.
You're studying for the sake of acquiring that extra knowledge to enrich yourself. It's not just about working and contributing to the economy. There are also things you need to do for yourself. And if I want to study history, if I want to study African studies, I should be able to do that. Why should there be a price tag attached to it?
But then university isn't the sole way that you can acquire that knowledge.
Of course not.
So then not like, I get what you're saying. If
what you want to.
I mean, I guess so, yeah, but then if I want to study African studies, I'm not going to go back to uni and do it. I can take it upon myself and go to libraries. The internet is the biggest resource we have.
The government won't give you a maintenance loan to do it. And you won't get the facilities that most of these universities have. Plus the opportunities.
The problem with that is they still cap the knowledge they give you, hence why you have to do a PhD, hence why you have to do a master's, hence why you have to do all of those things, because at the postgraduate level, you're not learning everything you need to learn about that topic, because then you can carry on and do a master's.
Yeah, and just carry on learning.
Carry on and do a
Develop.
PhD, and then pay more money. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't even think that, I understand what you said about like obviously gaining knowledge and stuff, but if that is the case, then it shouldn't then be split into these.
No, but it's an individual level, right? You might want to learn something to a particular point, and then by that time you might want to do something else.
yeah.
But like,
That's exactly how I
See,
felt.
with your theory in regards to a degree being free, the reason why I guess there's a price tag to it is because at a certain point in the UK, everybody had a degree, which then made the degree worthless because everybody's got
nah,
one.
that was never the case. That was never the case.
It's a-
Now.
It's a thing where how do we deter certain people from not going to university? Cool, let's put a price tag on it because only, I guess, the elite or the,
You shouldn't be deterring people from going to university. And the government has been pushing more people into university.
I don't think the price tag. I don't think it should be used to deter people. I feel like the reason why I think that uni needs to be, there needs to be like a monetary value attached to it is because, aside from like valuing it more, which is obviously there, I don't think it should be as much. I think that the level of like, once you finish college, like you said, it's a decision that you make to go and better your knowledge and better all of these things. But it's just a practice of life, because nothing in life is free. So
No, I hear that.
Why would I?
Listen, a lot of the times.
I'm saying, why would you set me up for something like cool? I want to better myself, get education and stuff. You're talking about going to learn something for free that I will actually be paying.
Keeping something in place, a system in place.
But bro, like
Yeah.
my question
That's
to you
like
is,
keeping it-
my question to you is, what are the barriers to making university free? What are the actual barriers? There's only one barrier that exists. Will the government pay for it? Will the government use the taxes it collects to pay for people to
But
go
why
to
should
university.
they?
Hold on. Once upon a
why should
time,
they?
there were people that argued against educating people at primary level, educating people
benefits
at secondary level, educating people at sixth form level. Literally, the government has pumped more money into it over time, right? Having a better educated population does wonders to the economy. And as we've seen with
Facts.
Corona,
Yeah,
as we've
but they
seen with
only want certain
coronavirus, the government
people.
can find money for anything.
They
Why
can.
can't they find money for
But
people
they only
to
want
go get
certain
university
people
degrees?
to have them wonders. They only want certain people to go to university and be able to affect change within, society or within culture or within government, whatever it is. So that's why there is a price tag to it. That's why there is,
Oh, wait, sorry, say that again, sorry.
in the sense of, what's my point? In the sense of like the reason why they've added a price tag to it is because only certain people can then afford to go to university and make change.
No, but like currently the system we have.